Welcome to this 60-minute advanced backbend flow. You can start with your knees wide on the mat. Place your hands onto your knees. Open up your chest on an inhale. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, push the chest forwards, open up. Exhale, round your spine. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Okay, raise your arms up, palms touch, inhalation. Exhale, interlace the fingers, round the spine. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, round. You can take a little wiggle now, circling around your hip line, hands on your knees. Inhalation, first half of the circle. Exhalation for the second, making sure to reverse the circle. And then your right hand comes down, your left arm over. And then your left hand comes down, right arm over. One more time each side. Really expand your breath into the rib cage. Good. Now your right hand comes down, lift your hips. A little bit of a diagonal with the hands. And then the left hand comes down, lift your hips. Beautiful. Come back through the center, raise the palms up. Inhale, Kali Mudra, index fingers out, thumbs crossed. And then you interlace your fingers round your spine. Hands come out in front, tuck your toes under. And I'd like you to walk to the back of the mat and ripple up through your spine. Raise your arms up, open up. Exhale, fold forwards, interlace your fingers, reach the palms ahead. Inhalation, raise up, Kali Mudra, open up your chest. Exhale, interlace the fingers, push the hips back. Beautiful. You can fold. Bring your knees down, your hands out in front. And from here, take a little circle around those wrists. And reverse. And you can also wiggle the butt a little bit. Beautiful. Now, reach your right arm up, keep your left palm down, and then sweep the arm underneath. Reach the right arm up, sweep the arm underneath. Inhale to reach up, exhale to sweep. Now we lay the shoulder down. You could stay like that or take it deeper by taking your left arm behind the back and taking a hold of the top of the thigh. Raise the right arm back up. Inhale. Exhale, replace the hand. Left arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale, sweep it underneath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Laying the shoulder down, perhaps take your bind if you want. Okay, beautiful. Release. Lift up, inhalation. Exhale, replace the hand. Going to come into a high knees position. And then from here, bring your knees a little bit closer together, so hip distance. Interlace your fingers, raise your palms up. Inhale, little bounce of your shoulders behind your ears. Then bend your right elbow with your left hand on top. You could take it even deeper and take the bind if you want. Nice. And then we switch. Hand could be on top, or maybe you take the bind. Okay, lovely. Reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, the hands come down, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Pulse your chest towards your thighs, perhaps. Don't worry if your knees are bent. Flare out your fingertips. Take tiny little steps of your feet all the way up to the top of your mat. Fold and unstack your spine. Beautiful. Raise your arms up. Inhale, open up your chest. Allow the hips to lengthen forwards to the sky. Exhale, you're going to fold all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back and then your left. You're into your plank. Chaturanga on your exhale. Inhalation, upward facing dog. Open up your chest, look up. Exhalation, downward facing dog. Going to lift your right leg all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. Open up into your fire hydrant. Beautiful. You can get that sensation of really squeezing your heel towards your glute. And then if you want to take it deeper, you bring your hands in a little closer. And then your left hand, it takes a hold of the left ankle. And you straighten your right leg. Or you can now rebend the right knee and take a hold of the foot with your left hand. Good. Okay, we step the right foot forwards. Bring the back knee down. Raise your arms up, inhale. And your palms can cross here. Get a sensation of allowing your Mula Bandha to support you here. Light squeeze the pelvic floor. Right fingertips come down, the left arm goes up and over. And then we're going to take a twist. Reach the right arm back, look behind you. You might stay there, or perhaps you bring the back foot to the seat. Lovely. Release. Then we're going to step the left foot about halfway down the mat. Have it at a 45-degree angle. Pyramid pose with our rotation. So you reach the left arm forwards in space and then place your left hand outside of the right foot. Your right hand could go to the lower back or all the way up to the sky. Now don't worry if you use your block, left hand on a block, or if you don't have it, just put your left hand on the shin. Good. Now from here we come into our warrior three. So both sets of fingertips can come down for a moment. Find your balance. And then your arms go wide out to the side. Take your mudra, index fingers and thumbs touching. A little bit more of an up dog to your chest today and lift your back leg higher. Then we come into half moon, right fingertips in front of the right toes. The left arm goes up to the sky. And again, that little bit of a lift to the back leg if you can. If you'd like to, you can come for your dancer. Bending the back knee and taking hold of the foot or dancer prep. Beautiful. Going to thread the left leg through and sit all the way down. Taking it into our twist. The right foot goes outside of the left thigh. And then your left tricep goes outside of your right knee. Rotate your chest to the right. Keep the crown of the head lifting, the spine nice and long. Beautiful. Now we come in for Gomukhasana, our cow face posture. So your right knee is on top and your left knee is bent underneath you now. And then you take your arms for Garuda arms, eagle arms. Right arm underneath the left. Palms touching. Keep your back nice and straight. Elbows lengthening up and away. Nice, release. And now can you come into Navasana? Balance on your sitting bones with your knees bent. Keep your chest lifted. Then we cross the legs, hands out in front, step or jump it back. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gonna lift the right leg all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, squeeze the heel to your glute once more. This is the right leg, right? The right leg. All right, now you're going to take your left hand to the right foot again if you want, or you can try your funky pinch up. So your left forearm is down and your right hand, it comes in line with the left elbow. Hop up. Now here, the left knee is more bent, the right leg is straight. You can always go for ordinary pincher practice if you're working on that. Headstand practice if you want, or keep trying for this unbalanced version. Good. We're going to meet back into three-legged dog. Step your right foot forwards. And now we come into half Hanuman. Sit your seat back to your heel. Flex your right toes. Stay wide across your collarbone. Nice deep breaths. Nice. Now you could stay in half Hanuman, or maybe you want to go a little bit deeper. Slide your right heel further forwards and your left knee back, and keep squaring your hips. Okay, so from here, we're going to come into our side plank. So any variation that you want. Maybe you're just stacking your right foot on top of the left. You could carry the calf to your tree, or perhaps your peace fingers go around your big toe. Wherever you are, hold steady, hold still, breathe into it. All right, release. And then we're coming into our wild thing. Step your right foot behind the left calf and lift your chest a little bit higher. Both hands down. And then we're going to come into our plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Going to lift your left leg all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knee. Squeeze your heel to your glute. Maybe you stay there, or walk your hands a little closer in. Take your right hand to the right ankle. Straighten the top leg. Or bend your top leg and take a hold of the foot now with the right hand. Breathe. Good. Okay. Then from here, we step the left foot all the way forwards. Bring your back knee down. Raise your arms. Cross the palms. The other palm can be on top this time. Okay, left fingertips down, right arm up and over. Wonderful. And then from here, we come into our twist. The left arm reaches back, or you can take the foot, bring the foot to your seat. Release. Coming into our rotated pyramid. So you're stepping your right foot about halfway down the mat, back foot 45 degrees, and then your right hand comes outside of your left foot, and then the left arm is going all the way up to the sky. Now my arms could be a little bit more in line with each other here. Your arms are in one long line. Okay, good. So now from here, both sets of fingertips down, lift your back leg, warrior three. But a little bit more of an up dog of your chest. Lift the chest and lift the back leg higher today. Okay, nice. Left fingertips in front of left toes, your half moon, your Ardha Chandrasana. And then you're going to take your back foot, if you wish, dancer prep. All right, so now from here, threading the right leg through, the left knee is bent. Going to take the sole of that left foot outside of the right thigh, and we're going to twist all the way around. Keep your spine long, look behind you. Good. And then our cow face posture. Left knee bent on top of the right. Squeeze your heels in towards your butt a lot. And then your left arm can be underneath the right. Keep your chest upright, your elbows lifted. Release, look up. Okay, beautiful. Unravel the legs, Navasana, balancing on your tailbone, arms out in front. Maybe straighten your legs this time. Cross them. Hands out in front, step or jump it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. So from here, it's the left leg again. Lift your left leg, bend the knee. Can stay like that, or maybe you're going to take a hold of the foot with the right hand. Or perhaps you want to go for funky pincher practice. Bringing that right forearm down, left hand in line with the right elbow. This side is feeling a little wobbly for me today. But any other arm balance practice you want to do, you're also welcome, of course. Or you can watch me struggle with this one. I think it's good to leave in the mistakes, well, or the many tries sometimes, right? You know that I'm not always getting it first time. A practice, not a perfection. And I can be a little bit stubborn. I think maybe that is why a lot of these arm balances, I've got there eventually because it annoys me when it's not working, but I don't give up. I just work through that frustration. All right, so now we're going to release, meet back into downward facing dog. Plank position, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, open up your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. We lift the left leg on an inhale. Exhale, you step your foot between your hands. Back knee can come down, flex your left foot, sit your seat back to your heel. Breathe into your stretch. So I was watching a video on manifestation not so long ago also that was saying about using anger, using frustration for your manifestation if you want. You can go deeper. It's not always seen as a bad thing. We don't always need to see it as a bad thing. Maybe a little bit more into your Hanuman if you wish. Breathe, square the hips as much as you can. Use your fingertips or blocks if you need to help you keep your hips square. Sometimes we can use that little bit of frustration, that little bit of anger to motivate us to take action. We don't need to kind of take it out on anyone else, but we can use it for our own drive. It can be used in a healthy way, right? Okay, so side plank. You can take peace fingers around the big toe. You can do tree or you can stack the feet. It's up to you. Wherever you are, keep the breath steady. Squeeze Mula Bandha. All right, we step it back to Wild Thing. And then both hands down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you can see here, Lassie's having his own adventures throughout this practice. He was all over the place. All right, bringing your knees down, we're going to come into camel. Hands in prayer, open up your chest, push your hips forwards. Lovely. And then we're going to take it into a little twist. Right hand to your right ankle and your left arm over. And then to the other side. Okay, release. Twist once more over to the right. Now, if you want, you can take a bind here. So we can't quite see me from this angle, but I'm flipping the grip of my right hand with my right foot. You can stay in the twist like before, or maybe flip your grip. Okay, good. Sit onto your heels. Just take a little moment. Breathe. You can slow the breath. High knees. Twist once more over to the left. Or flip your grip. Come back to the breath. Squeeze Mula Bandha. Okay, ready. Sit onto your heels. Going to bring your hands out in front. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Or you can take little handstand hops. Maybe you can find a little float. You can also try this with bent knees, bent knee bunny hops. Shoulders away from ears, keep lengthening the arms. And then we're going to meet at the top of the mat. Inhalation, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise the arms all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, raise your arms up. Inhale, open up that chest. Push your hips forwards. Exhale, you fold. Inhalation, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Step the right foot back and then your left. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Lift your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knee. And then again, if you wish, you're going to take a hold of the foot with your left hand. Pincher practice, headstand practice, your choice. I'm coming in for pincher, left knee bent, right leg straight, little counterbalance, and then perhaps your eagle legs. If you've got the bind of the legs, you can start bringing the head through. That squeezing of your inner thighs in towards each other is going to help you with the balance. And as you're bringing the head through, you're still lengthening the tailbone down, down, down towards the mat. But you also got a sensation of the counterbalance of your knees still drawing you, your knees still drawing towards your belly. A few more breaths wherever you are. And release. Okay, lift your right leg. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Back knee goes down. Raise your arms up. This time, you can bend your right elbow, left hand on top, or take your bind. Good. Release. Right hand down, left arm over. Okay, wonderful. Twist. Right arm reaches back, or maybe you take the foot once more. This time, if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, bring your left forearm down and your left fingertips take a hold of the big right toe, right big toe. You can even open up the sole of the right foot to the center and open up your chest more. Release. Okay, good. So from here, we're going to come into lizard. Your fingertips touch your elbows wide out to the side, or you could just have your arms straight or your forearms down. It's up to you. Maybe a little rock forwards and back if your forearms are down. Coming back to the breath. Okay, so from here, Vishmatrasana. Your right hand, it goes outside of the right foot, and your left arm goes up to the sky. You might stay there, or you can hover the right foot, straighten the leg. Perhaps you now want to take a hold of the right foot with your left hand and keep opening up your chest to the left. Energy in the knife edge of your left foot as well. Good. From here, I'm going to place the foot back down if you lifted it, and then your right arm comes up for an easy twist. Then we're going to come into rotated half moon, left fingertips in front of your right toes, maybe on a block if you need. Right arm up to the sky. Could stay there or take a hold of the back foot. Okay. Warrior 3, don't worry if you're wobbling. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to come into Nataranjasana. Right fingertips in front of the right toes, left arm all the way up to the sky. You can stay there if you want. Maybe bring the back foot closer in with your hand. Or perhaps you want to try for your Nataranjasana, your full dancer pose. So hover the right fingertips, keep a hold of the foot. Bring the chest up, lift up the right arm more, and then start to flip your grip. This side is feeling a little stiff for me. I managed it, but only for a few seconds. And that's okay. Just allowing it to be how it wants to be today. Okay, so we're going to sit back down like we did before. Thread the left leg through. We twist the left tricep outside of the right thigh. Maybe take your bind this time. Keep your spine nice and long. Keep your left toes nice and flexed. Little counter twist to the other side perhaps, and then you're going to take it back into Gomukhasana. Your left knee is underneath, your right knee is on top. Squeeze your heels closer into your butt. Right arm underneath your left. This time, can you fold? If it feels too deep, just stay upright. Breathe into the back of the body. Lift up your chest. Release your fingertips back. Look up. And then you could do Navasana again, or try a little headstand transition this time. Can keep your ego legs. Elbows are bending backwards exactly like they would for Chaturanga. Release the legs, bring the knees to your triceps, lift up your head, Bakasana, crow. Step or jump it back. We meet now. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, good stuff. Right leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, bends the knee. Maybe you're staying there. Or left forearm down. Right forearm down. We come back in for pincher practice. So this time, left knee bent, right leg over more. So you're encouraging more of that back bend. And then perhaps you want to try to flip over. So dropping the foot down and flipping over. So to come back through, you want to use a little bit of momentum. But at the first point of launching yourself, you've got to have opened up into as much back bend as you can. You have to push the chest really far forwards between your arms before you push from the ground with your foot. The more that you can bring your head through before you launch, the easier it's going to be to get over. This one took me a long time, and I'm still kind of working on finding the hold in the middle. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. All right, child's pose. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, step the foot through, the back knee goes down. Good. Half Hanuman. And then slide your front foot further forwards, the back knee back. This time, if you do want to go deeper, you can. Your right arm goes underneath your right thigh. You can take like a little half bind, so you're bending the right elbow and the hand goes behind the back. And then that left hand, it could wrap around. I was feeling a little bit unsteady because it's quite rocky at the side of the mat, so I didn't go all the way in. Lassie is covered in like some sort of animal poo right now. He's been having all sorts of adventures in the background. There was a warthog and everything, so I'm just having a little chat with him about how much of a bath he's got to have when we get back. All right, so from here, side plank, Vashisthasana, your choice. Maybe take the big toe, a tree, or stack your feet. And then you can come into your wild thing, or perhaps you want to go to full wheel this time. If you have your full wheel, you could stay there, or maybe you want to go deeper, lifting up your right leg. Release. And then you walk it back around to three-legged dog. Right leg is up. Chaturanga, maybe swan dive with your right leg high. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open up your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gonna lift your left leg all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knee, open up. Maybe bring your right hand to the left foot. You could stay there, or you could come back in for that pincher practice. So this time, right knee bent in more and the left leg over, and then come for your eagle legs. I'm getting tired by now. I wanted to make this a more challenging one, but when you're doing it alone, well, you're doing it with me, but you know how it be. You're doing great. I'm doing great. Keep breathing. Take breaks as you need. Okay, downward facing dog. So the left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. Bring the forearms down. Coming up. So right knee bent in more to the chest, left leg over. Eagle legs. Perhaps you can bring the head through. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Also that flaring out of your fingertips to give you that firm foundation. Release. Meeting back into three-legged dog with the left leg high. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Inhale brings you into your low lunge. Exhale, open up your chest a little bit more. Bending the left elbow, right hand on top, or maybe take your bind. Okay, wonderful. Left fingertips down, right arm over. And then twist. Maybe bring the back foot to the seat with your left hand. And then the right forearm can come down if you want to go deeper. Take a hold of the big toe of the foot with the right hand, opening up your chest, even opening up the sole of the left foot. Release. So from here, your lizard. Maybe the forearms are down, you're rocking forwards and back. Or maybe elbows wide out to the side, fingertips facing towards each other. Okay, coming up with your chest. Then from here, Vishnurasana, left hand outside of your left foot. Maybe you stay there. Or you hover the left leg. With this one, I can't straighten it without using my hand. But perhaps you can. And then you can take a hold of the foot with your hand, opening up your chest to the center. Breathe. Okay, gentle release, easy twist. Right hand is down, left arm up, and then take it into your Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. Lift up your back leg. You can take hold of the foot with your hand if you want. Warrior 3. A little bit more of a lift of the chest today. And then left hand in front of your left toes, half moon, or take a hold of the foot with your hand. Come in for your dancer practice. Hover the left arm, lift up your chest, and then perhaps you want to try flipping your grip. This one I had a little bit more success in staying longer, so perhaps both hands go to the foot. And then once you have a hold of the foot with both hands, even though you're looking for that back bend, you actually want to allow your eye gaze to drop. So it's ahead of you, basically. And then look for more lift from your hip. Overall, it's the extension of the hip where I struggle, and I think a lot of people do. All right, we're going to thread the right leg through with the left knee bent and come into the twist. So the left foot goes outside of the right thigh and we twist. Me and Lassie did have a good day today, though. Yeah, there's a lot of different animals we interacted with. All right, breathing into your belly, crown of the head lifts. And then we come into Gomukhasana, cow face posture. Left knee bent on top of the right, squeeze those heels into the butt. Right arm underneath your left arm underneath your right. And you fold. Breathe into the back of the body. Okay, if you'd like to, try your headstand practice from here, but remember you can do Navasana if you want. Hands out, strong chaturanga arms, put your head down and then just lift up the legs. You can unravel, knees can come to your triceps. Squeeze Mula Bandha, lift the chest, keep your heels to your butt, and then step or jump it back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, wonderful. Left leg lifts. Inhale, exhale, bend the knee. Opening up into your fire hydrant. You can stay there. Perhaps you want to take a hold of the foot with the right hand. Or pinch your practice. Nearly the last go, I promise. So again, this time you could try a little flip over. And remember, we got to bring the head through as much as we possibly can first. And then like that foot lowering down to the mat is kind of like at the last moment of the deepest part of your back bend. You're not just flinging the leg over, right? And then lift. As you lift the top leg that's going to bring you over, it's kind of like as soon as it lifts, you launch the other foot. That bit of momentum is going to help you to come over. Sitting on the heels or child's pose, take a moment, breathe. Slow the breath, steady the breath. You're nearly there. Okay, hands out in front. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. The left leg lifts, inhale, exhale, bend the knee, and then step the left foot forwards between the hands. Back knee goes down, half Hanuman, sit your seat back to your heels, flex your left toes. And then can you slide that left heel forwards, the back knee back, squaring your hips. So you can thread the left arm underneath the left leg if you want to go deeper. Few more breaths. Allowing yourself that space, that time to open up into those hamstrings. And so from here, like often the left arm could be straight out to the side with your right arm straight out to the side. So you're pancaking your chest down. Or you can take this bind. Okay, coming out slowly, as gracefully as you can. And we'll come into Vashisthasana, your side plank. Maybe peace fingers around the big toe, tree, or stacking the feet. Okay, coming into wild thing or full wheel. Cracking open that sternum towards the top of your mat, walking those toes in a little bit now if you can. And then you could lift the left leg. I advise lifting the left leg. I've missed that out. But if you want to feel nice and balanced, lift your left leg. And then you could try bringing the forearms down if you want to go deeper. And a final chance from this direction, perhaps to try flipping over. Meeting back into wheel. And then walking your hands around. Three-legged dog, the left leg lifts. Swan dive or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bring the knees down. Rest your hands in the lap, palms facing up, crown of the head lifts. Slow your breath. Okay, wonderful. Amazing work, everybody. If you've got this far, I'm proud of you. Going to bring your knees a little bit further back so that you can lay down onto your stomach. Propping yourself on your forearms, lifting up your chest. Okay, and then from here, left forearm, the left fingertips turn to the right side, and then you can take a flip of your grip, lifting up your chest. Now, if this isn't available, you can stay there in your Sphinx posture with your forearms down and look up, or you can take your bow pose where you take a hold of both of the feet and lift the knees. Flipping the grip on the other side if you wish. And release. Okay. So from here, straight right leg lift, straight left leg lift. And then arms out in front, lift from your legs. So we want to keep that focus on that lift from your hip line. And release. Good. Bending both your knees. You can take your bow pose without flipping the grip, just taking a hold of the outside of the ankles, or maybe flip the grip on both your feet now. Again, even though we're looking for that extension of the spine, once you have the feet, look forwards and see if you can lift your hips more. And release. Okay, wonderful. So from here, bring your knees forwards. We're coming into hero's pose. Now you might stay propped on your forearms, or perhaps you come all the way back. You could even reach your arms over the head. If you can't feel this posture, get a sensation of lifting your tailbone ever so slightly away from the mat, and then you will feel that stretch into your thighs. Okay, release. Bring your legs out in front. And we'll take the forward fold, but with your knees slightly bent so that you can just give your spine some time for that feedback from all of those back bends. Surrender now. Again, slowing the breath, letting go. Fantastic. And then we're going to take it to lay all the way back onto your back. Happy baby, bend your knees, take a hold of the outside edges of your feet with your feet flexed. And then you can stay in your happy baby, or perhaps you want to take your foot behind the head. Release. Take a little moment. And then back into happy baby, or perhaps taking the foot behind the head on the other side. Okay, gentle release. And then from here, allowing yourself, if you wish, coming back into happy baby, or perhaps both your feet go behind your head. So, of course, if you've been inspired to join an advanced backbend flow, the flip side of that for the neutralization is a deep forward fold. And basically, this is like one of our deepest rounding of the spine, folding of the spine. So it's for that neutralization from those deep back bends. The happy baby is just as needed. Does the job just as well. If you can feel the stretch, you can feel it. But a nice bit of time in giving yourself a lot of time in that happy baby, or taking the feet behind the head, is good. We come to plow. Perhaps your hands can go to your toes. And then gentle release, lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Okay, and then from here, Matsyasana, your fish pose. Pointing your toes, propping yourself on your forearms, arching your back, crown of the head onto the mat. Maybe take a big lion's breath, take an inhale, exhale, stick out your tongue and roar. Inhale, exhale. Oh, one more time. Inhale, exhale. And then gently Allow yourself to look at your belly button, laying down onto your back, taking it into a twist. Maybe your eagle legs for your twist, left thigh on top of the right. Turn your gaze to the left. And then you're going to twist to the other side. Right thigh on top of the left. Turn your gaze to the right. Expanding the breath into your rib cage. Now allowing yourself to lengthen your legs out into Shavasana. Arms by your side, palms face up. Now squeeze all the muscles in your body as tight as you can. Exhale, release, Shavasana. Let it all go. Well done, beautiful yogi. Let me know in the comments if you made it to the end. Take as long as you need in your Shavasana. I'll see you on the next one.